Welcome back to the channel, guys. I got one of my favorite van coots, Sam Van Dam, and she's gonna show us her van. She's been living in it for how long? Like a year?
A year now, yeah. January 2018 was when I moved into it.
Yeah, so let's go check it out.
So welcome to the inside of my van. I guess I'll just start right over here. I keep my hike pack here. This is actually a great gift. It packs down really small, so perfect for the van world. I just put this window in. I did it in the desert, so just goes to show that anybody can do anything anywhere. Got my sticker collection. These are all my travels. I'm going to be replacing this soon with a brand new piece that was right here, so I can continue the travels. This is a really wonderful feature from here. The seat that you're in right now is a swivel, so this bench seat creates a table for two people to be able to sit here. There's an additional leg that I store here. That leg helps provide additional support for when I'm cooking or when we're eating something that really needs to be cut. It's amazing having additional surface space while I'm cooking. And then now that the window is in here, I think I'm gonna get a lot more work done sitting here since it's like so much more open. It just doesn't feel like I'm shut off to this wall. So this is a really wonderful feature, and it just tucks right away with a couple of hinges. And then I keep a bungee on it because it makes a lot of noise when I drive if I don't. A cute little cat. Cashew, he's a great van companion. Really wonderful deep storage in both of these. I keep like all my dry goods in here. It's really great, nice deep stuff. And then the way that I keep them locked is that I hinge them up, and I have these little pins, and they just sit right in there, and that's how it keeps them from coming open while I'm driving. To not lose these pins, I just keep them right on my magnetic strip in the kitchen. Now this bench seat is obviously multifunctional because you can sit on it, but it also serves a great couple of other purposes. It's nice and deep in here. Lots of deep storage. I can keep an entire bottle of wine or bourbon. I should probably drink some of that, so I'll just leave that there. I like to keep it simple, so I use this as my lever. This is an emergency commode. It has lots of extra features to it. Got a hot water bottle that helps keep me warm at night in bed, laundry detergent, cleaning wipes, and what everybody wants to know, how do I do my business? I use this product. It helps break down what you produce, and you just put a bag in the bucket. I sit above it. I put a couple scoops of this in there. It'll help gel it, break it down. It makes it so it doesn't smell. I just tie that bag off like a doggy bag and put that right in the garbage. This slides all the way in. Now, just like most vans, I have sticky points. My bed is a memory foam mattress. I'm in love with it. As an adult, this is the first like brand new mattress I've ever had, so I never take up offers to sleep in guest rooms. This is the coziest part of my house. Cash has his own home here. This is his nook. It's where all of his little toys stay, but ultimately he just likes to play mostly with the top of this soup box. So that's where he lives. This is a great addition to the van. I just put in all of these racks for all of my extra jackets and warm things. And then next to my bed, I have a nightstand that holds my my laptop. So these cabinets are made with the trim is made with the same alder on the paneling and the tabletop and the headboard. And here is where my electrical system lives. I put this together. It was by far the hardest part of the van build because there's very little room for error, and there's a lot of like math and technicalities about amps and watts and what you're pulling. So I have two 100 watt solar panels on my roof. I have a 100 amp hour lithium ion battery underneath, kind of access it from my garage. And then I have an isolator attached to my engine, so when I drive, it all powers this system here I like it to be accessible because I need to tighten it after I've been on a lot of bumpy roads, and I like to just be able to access it quickly in case something isn't functioning properly. And then your regular girly things, Happy Light. I keep that because I'm from Portland, Oregon, so sometimes I don't get enough sun. The Happy Light makes a huge difference. And, you know, you got to keep a little nails and face mask around. A little bit of protection, stun gun. In here is where I keep my inverter. So I've got my AC plugs right here. Easily accessible light switches. Over the bed is on a dimmer. So that's really nice and cozy at night. And then up here, I mostly use different types of baskets. And then to make really good use of this space, we decided to make a utilize next to the mattress. And so this drawer pulls out and it is big and deep. And then on my counter, when I drive, I take the basket down just so it doesn't hit the window, but this is a super multifunctional tool here to have my most used cords I also throw in there, and then paper towels. That was a beautiful accident that the paper towels fit here, so that just worked out really well for me. And then I secured this to my countertop, but my plants will come out. So I will sometimes take them out. They do very well with fresh air right here. They get a lot of sun throughout the day, but sometimes they just need extra love. So I'll put them either on the dash or I'll take them out front and set them on my table outside of the van if I'm going to be there for a little bit. It's always nice to add plants to your life. This was intended to be a spice rack, but it turned out to be a little too narrow. So it's to get any kind of spices in. So it's my junk rack. I keep reorganizing it to make it look more neat, but that's just not possible. Now this is how I access Wi-Fi inside of my van. So long as I have service, I have Wi-Fi. So in here's where I keep my stove and my propane, all my connections and all my extra like utensils and things like that. Underneath the stove and underneath this tray is where I've got like cutting boards. So I've got a big one under here and three small ones under here, so it works out really well. Obviously I don't cook with it in here. I can cook with it here on the other table, or most importantly I can take it outside. So that was a big important feature for me. 6.5 quart or whatever you call it. Anyway, it's a dual zone, so it's a freezer and a refrigerator, which is dope. Things that I really wanted on the road: ice and ice cream. So it also keeps ice packs, which is super helpful for hot weather with a pet. And then up here we just have all kinds of storage to keep my books up here. These are my parents. I travel with my parents in a box, which might sound a little weird or morbid, but a big reason that I'm even able to be here in the van and not get a whole lot of worried phone calls from my parents is because they are literally on board with me. So when I have nightmares about my van getting stolen, it's because of this box. Everything else in this van is 100% replaceable. This is only 50% of them, so we wouldn't be a total loss, but it would be really devastating and probably a big shock to somebody if they broke into a van or stole a van to find signed a couple people's ashes in there. But it is nice, it's comforting, it makes me feel good to have them with me and on board in this beautiful box, so that's really helpful. I keep my spices up here. They magnetize to this tray. The space up here is nice. It's got some LED lights up there. This is my drying rack for when I do dishes. And then this I actually found from the Van Kooks, and it helps me massage basically anything. My sink, I don't have my pump hooked up yet, but I have a pump and an accumulator. I've just mostly been keeping it simple, to be honest with you, because it works for me. And I like to know exactly how my systems work before I put them in, so that just in case anything goes wrong, I know how to take care of that. And here is where my heater is. I have a furnace. It's a Webasto. It runs much like your home furnace would. I have a thermostat over here that tells me what the temperature is in the van. It's tapped into my diesel, so it takes very little power and very little diesel to run. and you can set a timer so it'll turn on in the morning before you get out of bed or before you get back from, say you're going skiing or snowboarding or snowshoeing or something, you want it warm when you get back. Then we're up here, this is mostly Cash's seat. We drive like this almost all the time so that he can walk up and enjoy the view. I can still see the mirror. And then in front of this seat, in this nook, is where his litter box is. And then this is actually a floodlight, and it's battery operated, so it's just screwed to the roof, and I just will twist it open. It's motion censored, so I'll twist it and then tighten it where I like it, and it can provide a porch light.
All right, guys, thanks for checking Sam's van out. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you got inspired. Adventure before dementia.
For real.
Don't forget. Where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram and on YouTube, both Sam Van Zam. That's SAMVANZAM. And soon my website will be up. I'm building it right now, so I've got some killer blogs and vlogs to go up there.
Sweet.